have just hooked up and we are on our way to go get something new. McKay's not paying attention. She says hello.
I'm playing Dutch Blitz.
She's playing Dutch Blitz. We're on our way to go get something we have not had before. It's called a burro. It's basically a wild donkey. I'll find some fun burro facts and put them here and there. I'm still learning. I don't know anything about them. And the more I learn, the more I realize I really don't know what I'm in for. But we're gonna go get a burro for the first ever burro only challenge. So that'll be fun. It's called the Burro Bonanza. I don't even know which one I want yet. So it runs a little bit differently. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. We're on our way to St. Paul to go pick them up and go from there.
Oh wow, you can see like
The program brought in over 90 burros to choose from, which was a lot. Normally through this program, with horses, they send you a list of the horses and you can look at them and choose your favorites, and then they'll tell you which one you got. Not this time. This time it's you show up and then you decide. So walking through the corrals and looking through all the different burros, it was so hard to pick ones that I liked. And all the ones that I liked ended up having really bad conformation, or they weren't tall enough for what I wanted to do. And I spent hours out there trying to decide which one I wanted. And at the very end, the last minute, I just chose one. And I'm really glad that I did, but I wasn't super confident in my answer. So let me know in the video if there's any that you see that you would have chosen instead. These burros came from a lot of different places. We don't have many of them in Oregon. I actually don't know if we ever have burros naturally in Oregon, maybe a couple. So they came from a lot of different places: Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and so there was a lot of variety to choose from. Every color, every shape, and almost every size. There weren't many huge ones, but there were a lot of short ones. I was 5th in line to pick, and I ended up going with this sweet boy. He's on the big side, he's really big boned, and he has a kind eye. He didn't seem aggressive or insecure and seemed like he would move off of pressure as well, so that was the perfect mix for what I was looking for. Competition is March 21st through 23rd, which means we have approximately 98 days to get these burros gentled and ready to compete in Albany, Oregon. At that point, there will be an online-only auction, and this guy will be available. I really like him so far. He hauled really well, he got in the trailer super well, and what really surprised me is that he went right into his stall when I asked him to. With the texture change in the ground, and it looked very different, a lot of donkeys will just stop and not move, and he was really responsive, so I liked that. I had to rush off to a birthday party right after this, so I only had about 5 minutes to work with him, but I'll still show you guys what we were able to accomplish. Last weekend, I made my way over to Cynthia Fisher's place. She is an expert donkey trainer, and I went over there to do a little bit of a burro boot camp, and she taught me a lot, and it was definitely necessary because I had no idea how you even approach working with a burro. So a lot of the training methods are the same for gentling. I've heard they're very easy to gentle, but very difficult to train. They can get really stuck, and when they do get stuck, they're stuck for hours. Whereas with a horse, if you add enough energy, they usually respond. Donkey, they'll get a little shut down. So it'll be a test of patience, and it'll be a good thing. Burros are known to lean into pressure instead of move away from pressure, so I was really, really excited when he moved away from my flag pressure so I could get in and close the door. That was exciting for me because I have had them lean against me, and that's not very fun, so I am appreciative of that. Donkeys and burros can also handle a lot more weight, and they're stronger than the average horse. So even though this guy is kind of small, I could still end up riding him if I wanted to, and he'd be perfectly comfortable. This guy is 3 years old. He's from Nevada, and he is about the taller side of average, I would say, at least from what we saw. He's probably about 12 hands high. We'll find out for sure, though. He did really well for approach and retreat. I would wait for him to look at me, and then I would leave to reward him, and he did really well. He got a couple of sniffs on my hand and even followed me around a little bit. I'm excited to see if he'll take treats from me and see if he will warm up to me in that way. Another thing that surprised me about him is he took to his hay net right away. He went up and he started eating hay immediately, and I've been told that they can take a long time to even be okay with hay nets. So that was really exciting. I knew if I'd stayed in there maybe 15 more minutes, I'd have that tag off, but I figured I'd let him settle in some more, and I had to get to the birthday party. So maybe that will happen the next day, on day 2. At that point, once his tag is off, I will reveal his name. I've had this name picked out for a long time. I'm still kind of torn between 2 names, so I might change my mind at the last minute, but I'm pretty sure I know what his name is. But if you have ideas, feel free to comment them. If he is catching your eye, feel free to follow along, because like I said, he will be available for purchase at the end of the competition. So get your barns ready, because this guy is a cutie.